Friday, gotta get that. Yeah, it's Friday already. Man, this week went by fast. This year's gone by quickly so far. Anyway, you know that today's Friday, gotta get down on Friday, and we're studying cells, and we're studying microscopes. And today I'm gonna take you a tour of the microscope, the compound light microscope, as we get ready to use them in our lab, and some of you will start that lab today. Yeah, so without any further ado, let's get down on Friday. Partying, yeah. All right. Hey now. Mr. Kovacs class. It's Mr. Kovacs class. You might learn a ton. It's Mr. Kovacs class.
It's interesting too.
It's Mr. Kovacs class.
And he's super cool.
It's Mr. Kovacs class. All right, so my microscopes live here in the microscope cabinet. You may remember this cabinet from dissection trays, right? And goggles. Well, you won't need any of those. You'll need a microscope. And when you grab the microscope, grab it by we call this the arm, and then one hand on the base. I'm gonna try to do that with the phone. Open the phone. And you bring it to your desk, and you put it flat on your desk. Yep. And you notice the microscope is covered. Guess what that cover is preventing getting onto the microscope? You got it, it's dust, yeah. All right, so when you get your microscope, you can go ahead and uncover it, right? And there's the beautiful machine. Not that different from the ones used by Robert Hooke and Matthias Schleiden and Theodor Schwann and Rudolf Virchow and all those guys involved with the cell theory. We call it a compound light microscope because it's got two lenses. It's got one here that you look through called the eyepiece lens. Ooh. And then a second one that you also look through called the objective lens, and these lenses you can turn, you can adjust which one you're looking at, right? Whichever one is over the hole in the stage, we call this the stage, that's the one you're using. And then these lenses multiply each other. So like this one is worth 10 times magnification. See, it's marked right there on the, not in focus, right? And then this one, the red one, if I have the red one, that's marked 4 times magnification. So if I use these two lenses, this one and the little one here, that's going to give me 40 times magnification. All right, and then yeah, your specimen is always going to go on the slide. It's going to go on the stage, right? And whenever you're looking at a specimen, there are these stage clips. I usually push them out of the way because they annoy me to no end. And whenever you're looking at a specimen, you always start in the lowest power lens and the shortest, stubbiest lens, right? And then you always move your stage using what's called the coarse adjustment. Coarse adjustment moves the stage up and down. You want your stage to be as close as you can get it to your lens. This other little knob here is called the fine adjustment. It does exactly the same thing, just much more finely. Now, before we can look at anything, we need to use light. In the old days, they used to use candles and mirrors and stuff. Nowadays, there's like a light bulb, right? So I need electricity. That's where I use this power, right? And I'm gonna use that to plug in my microscope. So let's do that. I plugged in my microscope, and then there's a little on-off switch. And yes, look, the light is on. The light is on, and it's shining up through the stage into the lens, objective lens, and then into the eyepiece lens. And then if we're good, we should see light. There it is, coming through. Look at that. Now, if we put a specimen somewhere in the chain, the light can pass through. We should be able to see that specimen and hopefully see it magnified. Right, so that's the compound light microscope. In class today, I'll show you how to prepare specimens and that kind of thing, but it's a simple machine. If you want to change magnifications, all you have to do is turn the objective lenses, right? That's pretty easy. There's some safety rules that I'll tell you about, like you only want to use the big knob here on the side, the coarse adjustment, when you're in one of the smaller lenses. When you're using a big lens, You only want to use the fine adjustment. That's just to protect you from breaking a lens, right? And then we have stuff called lens paper. Should often wipe any surface that light is going to go through with lens paper. So all the lenses and the slide itself and the aperture here, the stage for sure. All right, so lots of stuff. We'll get good practice with the microscope and you will become an expert. Believe you me. It's Friday, got to get down on Friday, and you're about to become an expert in compound light microscope. And yeah, it doesn't get any better than this, I don't think. All right, let's finish up the Bellringer. You've got a quick Ed puzzle on microscopes, and then we're going to start instruction about microscopes.